Hi, I'm here today to discuss Goodwill Industries along with their current strategy using the modified blocks of competitive advantage. I'd first like to start out with go ahead and summarizing Goodwill's ultimate goal, which is to employ and train individuals who are otherwise have a hard time finding employment, such as people with disabilities and people with criminal backgrounds. The first modified block would be strategic arena. There is 165 locations throughout the United States that are very well maintained and positioned strategically. They also work with companies such as Gap, Levi, and Hanes. They do marketing with them. And they also have internet auctions where items can be purchased online at the consumer's home where they don't have to leave and go to the store. They are also the most recognized nonprofit. They're currently using YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and other social media for marketing to attract the millennials. Innovation. They develop training to ensure individuals are fully equipped to be productive members of society. They are the first nonprofit internet auction, and they use virtual training, online workshops, and classes to make sure that their employees are properly equipped to handle their jobs. As far as quality goes, I think the best way to sum it up is using the acronym that Goodwill uses for RISES. Respect, we value the contributions of every individual. Integrity, we meet the highest ethical standards. Service, we make life better for individuals, families, and communities. Excellence, we embrace continuous improvement, bold creativity, and positive change. Stewardship, we are stewards of our community by being socially, financial, and environmentally responsible, which is making Goodwill one of the biggest social enterprises. Efficiency. They do, however, invest more than 80% of their revenue back into employment programs. That leads to people getting jobs in fields like accounting and IT. They also use training and social program to help employees become more efficient at their jobs. Now I will let you hear from Alex regarding the environmental analysis.
Now let's talk about the SWOT analysis, which are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and strengths of Goodwill. And using the 7S framework, we find that Goodwill's elements of strength are strategy, being able to generate income from donations of others, having a dedicated, loyal, and competent staff, and having shared values within the company. And these values include finding training and employment for those that are unable to, have disabilities, or criminal records. And another strength would be their company recognition, which gives them access to grants and funds and things like that. Then we can move on to the weaknesses. Some weaknesses we found were their structure in their company, their lack of communication between departments, and there's also a lack of spending towards technology and advancing. And this could potentially hold them back while other companies further advance. For our financial analysis ratios, we did the net profit margin, which we found to be 21%, our return on assets, which was 1.6%, and return on equity, which was a 2.5%. And these are all 2014 of previous year figures. And these show that the Goodwill has the ability of running efficiently within the company. And moving on to opportunities, some macroeconomic forces within the company here that we notice that are affecting it there are social and governmental. And as people see Goodwill and see their views and values, this kind of sort of compels them to donate and encourages them to donate more to the cause. And this is where all their inventory comes from, so it's a big plus there for their opportunities. And they also have grants and governments, like I mentioned earlier, or they also have grants from the government and public agencies, like I mentioned earlier, to help them along with that. Alright. And moving on to threats. One threat we noticed was that Goodwill is pretty dependent on the economy, and if it goes up or if it goes down, Goodwill kind of does the same. So, judging on their donations and things like that, if their economy is good, they'll have more donations. If it's bad, they'll have a little less donations, and this will generate a little less income. And those are the elements we found for the SWOT analysis.
After analysis of our SWOT, we decided the weakness of Goodwill would be our first concern. The limited budget resources, which translate into far too little amount of spending to reach the millennials, which is the new target market for Goodwill. They need to be fed information at all times, because they are fed information at all times in all the other aspects of the marketing campaigns all around the world. And at the moment, that's not happening. So that's our first concern, and that will lead to long-term issues if they don't get that right. And our second concern is the introduction of a new segment, because they are not being innovative. They can't get the full effects of a new segment that they would get in the past, because they'll fall deeper in the hole if they keep going in the direction they're going.
Work on the strategic arena and innovation blocks of the modified building blocks of competitive advantage. We recommend Goodwill to step up their game in marketing and spend more than just $1.5 million in marketing. The millennials, which is a new target market, needs to be educated on what Goodwill is all about, because we all have the misconception that Goodwill is just a donation center that sells donated items. But what they do with the money, not all of us know. The strategic arena is the most important aspect of any business. They need to be able to maintain their current target markets and market their niche, telling them what makes them different from anybody else, and then focus on building or attracting the new market. Goodwill has great potential. Goodwill has a specific niche from all nonprofits. That is, they are massive and well recognizable. I mean, who doesn't know Goodwill? Goodwill has the ability to have access to funds and being sponsored. Secondly, they have a loyal and dedicated staff that shares the values of the company. Example is that is employing the once unemployable. We all love helping people, but are never doing all we can to help. By using an emotional appeal as an example, and real life examples, and good retail Goodwill experiences, Goodwill can get the new millennials attracted to them and turn them into loyal customers. But the key is to get them engaged and even involved. This can be done by using technological advancements that the market has to offer today. Using marketing, Goodwill needs to implement what millennials love and care about. We love stories, and we love great retail experiences. I mean, who likes to go shopping and have the worst customer service where we can't find anything? We all love to go in a store, get what we need, and come out and say, wow, that was a great retail experience. Using real customers, not just someone that we hire to talk about Goodwill. We need real people, real customers telling their stories and their experiences. Goodwill needs to change their attitude in marketing from the basic Goodwill commercials that you see, like, hi, we are Goodwill. We help employ the unemployable, to something more dynamic, fun, and engaging. Using Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the social media platforms. Encouraging customers to try Goodwill, to go into the store and tweet something about the store. Maybe 50% off of this, or oh my gosh, free coffee with Goodwill. In addition to that, maybe host a few competitions, like most liked photos or most liked videos will win $50 to Goodwill gift cards. Through fun, education, and involvement, Goodwill will improve their strategic arena and be able to show their niche by simply using marketing more effectively, and not just using it to promote Goodwill on the basic examples what they currently have. Goodwill is here for you, not you for us mindset. They should remind the millennials that we are here because of you, your parents. Without you, we wouldn't exist. Because if you don't have your clients, you don't have anybody. The second recommendation deals with innovation, that is of the modified building blocks. The company could benefit greatly if they could implement a forward-thinking mindset, rather than looking at the competitors and see what they have and just copying them. They could be doing like what would be our next move. They could set the next big thing. Goodwill has a large awareness and respect already, but lack the forward thinking to implement the strategy, which is a huge strength that many companies do not have. Instead of paying attention or looking at what the competition is currently using or implementing what they are implementing in their strategy and implementing in ours, Goodwill should already have pioneered that. They could use their size and influence to make the next big moves, the next big thing. That way they could reach the millennials and not just using the basic advertisements using YouTube. The millennials love new stuff, new things. But a lot of the new things come from big companies that already been around for centuries. Consider where they are donating and who are they donating to. They like to research the company, or they like to be well informed, using their choice of vendor very seriously, which would allow their theme of setting trends to keep moving forward as well. So meaning, by that I mean, like, if the target markets know that what we do, this is what we're doing, but if they knew what we were planning to do, and that is, let's say, being more innovating, investing more into technological advances, all the millennials will be up for it. Hey, they're going Goodwill. Do you hear what Goodwill's doing? That's pretty interesting. I'd like to be a part of that. We all love to be parts, but we don't like supporting big companies because we're like, they already have enough money. Why do we donate to them? So they need to change that. They need to change that using the innovation to show that we are working to get something new out there. We're trying to get you, the millennials, attracted and active. The key to implementing an innovation strategy is closely aligned to an organization's main strategy, remaining to be able to generate from others, and having dedicated and competent staff. Meaning, we cannot just implement a innovation strategy and it does not go along with our mission statement. Let's say Goodwill is a nonprofit. We employ the once unemployable, helping people with the criminal backgrounds and people that are not technically skilled. And all of a sudden, we have innovation in oil rigs. That makes no sense because that does not follow along with our mission statement. But we are here for the people, and we are here for them, helping them, benefiting them, and using innovation, using what the market has currently to offer, and adding on to it, and showing that these are what our competitors are doing, but this is what we're doing. We're doing the next big step. We're taking the next mile. Goodwill overall is a great company, and that would have a pure research mindset, meaning they could use the research to better come up with what products would do best where and why, along with optimal pricing, which could improve bottom line for the company and within strategic arena. Meaning, some areas wouldn't mind paying more money for the same pair of jeans, where a place that is not well off wouldn't be able to afford them. That way they could increase their sales. But in order for them to do that, they need to have a dedicated research team that would be constantly researching and trying to figure out what is working where, what is selling where. Along with implementing short surveys from donors, sponsors, and other funders, along with their current Goodwill retail experiencers who have come into Goodwill, or the current once unemployable but are now employed, to see what they can work on. As well with a survey, it engages the customer and therefore creates a personal bond that has not had, that we don't have at Walmart, for example, which or Dollar General, which is currently the new competitors, which are not even supposed to be competitors, but because of our lack of innovation and marketing, we are now having new competition that is threatening Goodwill. By having surveys done, again, we will be able to develop those personal connections. They don't have to be long, they can be short. Innovation and marketing able to do that. And that is all for tonight about Goodwill and their analysis.